The Palms Coast Hospital scenario is basically testing your ability to read an REL diagram. That is the figure that you see here. Let's take a look. Palms Coast Hospital is designing a new building and has determined the closeness ratings for the following 8 departments that must be located on the ground floor of that structure. These ratings are as follows. What I mean is that this thing that looks like a house laying on its side is known as an REL diagram. It is not exclusive to closeness ratings, which were mentioned here, but it is a very common way of organizing them. All right, now the queries are testing our ability to interpret this house that's laying on its side. Let's look. Palms Coast considers it absolutely necessary that admitting be located next to what? Now, well, it's also testing our awareness of the closeness rating system. Let's see, A, E, I, O, U, and X. These are different grades for importance of closeness, of which here is indifference. So this is really important, and this is where you definitely don't want two things to be neighbors down here. Now, what did it ask? Generally, absolutely necessary. That's the highest rating. Oh, which I'm trying to translate this question. Palms Coast considers that where are the A's? That admitting be located. Oh, who? Now where's admitting? Admitting's up here. Who is it that is awarded an A rating with admitting? All right. Well, on this REL diagram, what I'm doing is I'm tracing all of the scores that are attached to admitting. And now what I do to answer the question is just look for the A's. Okay, so admitting is all of the closeness ratings that are across the top of the sideways roof, so to speak. And I see that I see one A. I see one A, and that A is associated with, let me trace it down. Oh, wait, see the A? But that A refers to who? Here's how you read the diagram. Trace it down. Who is it attached to, right? The lines on both sides, and you see, main elevator. That's the answer. Okay, so apparently it is the main elevators, and only the main elevators, because I don't see any other A's along this row, that Palms Coast considers absolutely necessary to be next to admitting. Okay, now let's try this again. What departments should the emergency room not be next to? So first off, what is it that we're looking for? We're looking for X's. X's indicate, no, don't put those two departments next to each other. Now to answer this question, the next thing we have to do is find the emergency room on the REL diagram. The emergency room is embedded, see it here? It's embedded in the middle. Now, how do you read the diagram? What are its closeness ratings? Here's how you do it. Look up that way and down this way. These are the emergency room's closest ratings. Oh, okay, so look in those two bands, because it's in the center, and find the X's. I see one X right there. I trace it up. Ooh. Gift store. I see two more X's on the lower leg, so to speak. I trace them down. They belong to the bottom two rows where the administrative office and the food court are located. That answers the question. Okay, where should the emergency room not be located next to? The gift store. That was on that upper leg, so to speak. And then the admin office and the food court. That's what this diagram is indicating. Please do not put the ER next to any of these three things. Okay, fine. Now, last question. Palms Coast is considering a ground floor layout in which the main elevators, okay, that's a particular department, are next to the pharmacy. Okay. which other departments would be more important neighbors to the main elevators? Oh, okay, you know, to answer this question, there's an intermediary step. And that's that we need to retrieve or determine, well, what closeness rating was given to the main elevators in the pharmacy. All right, main elevators. Let's look at the diagram. Main elevators here. Where's oh, you're looking for a particular closeness rating? Main elevators are here. Pharmacy is here. They're basically on either side of the ER. Here's the way to find a certain rating. Trace this way till you have another little house in here, and it's going to be right at the intersection. I see right here for main elevators and pharmacy, right at the intersection is an I. Okay, so right now, that is the closeness ratings for that particular pair of departments. The question is asking, well, what other departments would it have been more important? Now, we want to locate that. Okay, so that's elevators and pharmacy. And we want to see for the main elevators, are there any E's or are there any A's? Because that's indicating other relationships that are more important. All right, so for the elevators, for the elevators, I see two A's right here. I see two A's corresponding to the top two rows. You know, I'm tracing it up, the sort of the upper leg here. So that means admitting in the gift store right away, it would have been more important than the pharmacy. And then I need to keep investigating because I need to look at the lower leg, so to speak. Main elevators, trace it down this way. What do I see? I see an E right away. Oh, for the emergency room. And what else? I see an E for the emergency room. I see an I for the pharmacy. Wait a minute. An I would not be more important, and I would be a tie. Oh, wait a minute. Well, we are checking the pharmacy. Duh. Okay, I see an O. That's lesser importance. I see an I. There's another tie for the administrative office in the elevators. Okay, so that's not more important. And anybody else? Main elevators. Oh, and I see another E, though, right here at the very end for the food court. So I want to include that one in my answer. Food court. So they're considering a layout in which they've put the main elevators next to the pharmacy, and what we have found out is, according to their own data, there's 4 other departments. It would be more important that the main elevators were next to admitting, gift store, emergency room, and the food court.